Yeah, a league table that about 3 weeks ago Ronnie O'Sullivan was propping up. Hadn't won a match, he'd drawn his first 3, but unsurprisingly his fortunes have improved given his previous in this tournament. O'Sullivan's had a slightly lower profile in this year's league as well, in that he's not defending champion and not world champion. We've got the world champion as his opponent tonight, so he's kind of been much quieter, which doesn't really harm him, I don't think.
4.
Now it looks like from overhead that he might just be on one there. He's definitely on a red. It's just a question of whether he can pot that red and get onto the black. Goes into the other red on the way through. Well, that's he's avoided the other red. It's a pretty good effort, you know.
5.
Half the camera on the black. The only thing is the angle on it is not ideal. That's a better shot than it looks.
12. 13. 20.
And well, I think that's exactly how he played it. The cannon and the screw that was on it, perfect on the blue. So Ronnie's starting to get going now. Until that shot.
26. 27. 34.
He's got awkward cueing. That tells a story. Look at that, 93%. Robertson down on 79. There's a big gap there, and 2-0 and possibly 3-0. That would explain why.
35.
O'Sullivan has potted 1 out of 2 of every long pot that he's undertaken. Robertson only 4 out of 10 for long pots.
40.
Not his usual sort of percentage.
No, and it's the one part of Ronnie's game that he believes is now his weak link, I think. His long potting doesn't quite match up, but unfortunately he got a terrible kick there. And that's something you just can't legislate for. He can't quite believe that. That really jumped. And he was just going so well, Clyde, wasn't he?
Well, oh, look at that. Well, he was on 40. A lot more apparently to come.
Still in your time, yeah.
I suppose a crumb of comfort was that he didn't leave anything.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Nothing on from the D though. Immediately O'Sullivan plays his safety in such a way that he gets the cue ball over the awkward side of the table. Although not that awkward, because Robertson could attempt that red without fear of cannoning another.
Yeah, and the full ball kiss on the yellow, Clive, has left the red on, so it was a bit unfortunate in the end to leave it. Nothing happening for Robertson at all really tonight. He's never really played. He's not had a load of chances, but the ones he has had, he's squandered.
Have you got any theories, Neil, about why Robertson so rarely manages to produce his best in the league?
7.
3 wins out of 16 matches played over 3 campaigns. Don't know, he struggles. In every other form of the game he's got it mastered, and I thought maybe this would be the year when
8.
he got to grips with the league and the way it's played, but it's not happened again. No theories at all, because I've watched him play in the Championship League, which is a similar format, albeit shortened into a couple of days, and he's played some great stuff up there, up at Crondon Park, but just can't seem to quite
13.
put it together.
$14. $19. $20.
Right-handed, left-handed, makes very little difference.
Frame ball this, Clive, so it's looking very much like Ronnie gets at least a point out of tonight.
26.
And to be honest, the way things have been going, I feel that we get both points.
27.
Robertson's fortunes might change, but it's one-way traffic really since the first frame.
O'Sullivan is outpointing Robertson 239 to 60.
$30. $36.
So O'Sullivan's going to be 3-0 up,
37.
and Robertson's chances of qualifying for the 4-man playoffs are rapidly disappearing.
44. 45.
I can't see him getting a draw tonight, not the way things are going, and even a win next week would
51.
almost certainly not be enough.
52. $57. 59. 62. 66. 71. 77.
Very, very smooth.